Hi, thank you for joining the VMware Small and Medium Business Solution Overview. I'm Jeff Danielson, VMware SMB Specialist. I want to take about 10 minutes to review VMware and how we're helping companies like yours dramatically increase IT efficiency. Let's get started. So a very short VMware overview. VMware is a clear leader in virtualization. We have the numbers to prove it, and at VMworld 2012 we announced over 60% of the x86 server applications run on VMware. This means businesses choose to virtualize first, and they are choosing to virtualize with VMware. So let's dive right in. When we speak with our customers, we find that they want to have greater levels of agility within IT while reducing their overall cost. At the same time, IT has the responsibility to deliver on compliance, security, and control. So the first thing we do is help our customers optimize and automate the organization's infrastructure. We leverage these existing investments to increase efficiencies. Virtualization has been the popular solution to drive up IT efficiency. It's also the foundation for cloud computing. So let's talk about cloud computing. So often when you hear about cloud computing in the industry, the emphasis is on public cloud computing. There's confusion about cloud computing as if we're going to start over in the public cloud, which is not the case. So let's talk about the compelling and interesting reasons why what makes the public cloud so interesting. When we examine the most beneficial components of the cloud, they are pooling of compute resources, the ability to grow and shrink those resources on demand, or elasticity, automation, as well as self-service. That means business units can begin to gain efficiency while self-provisioning compute resources. In turn, these are the most utilized and desired components of the public cloud. But not everyone is ready to migrate their IT environment over to the public cloud. Gartner estimates that only 15% of the applications will reside in the public cloud over the next few years. There's some key reasons for that. Trust is important. We remember compliance and security are key initiatives. Organizations often feel a loss of control when turning applications over to a public cloud provider. So VMware gives you the ability to take your existing data centers and transform them into a private cloud. You can have the key components like pooling, automation, elasticity, and self-service while optimizing your existing data center. When we look at the cost savings of transforming our customers' existing environments, we see upwards of 60% in capital expenditure savings, 30% in OpEx, as well as 80% in power and cooling. So building a private cloud with VMware gives you even greater options. You have the ability to burst or migrate workloads to the public cloud depending on the needs of the business. When you build your private cloud, your applications have become portable, and you now have choice where and how you want to run them. We call this the hybrid cloud. VMware has over 5,000 vCloud service providers today, which gives you a tremendous amount of choice on where you can run your applications with the control points and policies you require. Our customers utilizing this model see even more savings than the private cloud 60-30-80 displayed. So let's talk about some of the control points we can provide your business. It's not just where you run your IT, but it's how it runs and how it's managed. VMware gives you the ability to proactively manage things like resources, current and future state, health, and welfare, and even capacity planning and modeling so you can make intelligent decisions regarding future compute resources. You also have the ability to set policy around security and compliance, and those applications are able to retain those policies even when they are moved throughout the hybrid cloud. In summary, our plan enables your business to increase IT agility, lower cost, while remaining compliant, secure, and under control. At VMworld 2012, we announced some new and improved solutions that make up our software-defined data center. I think it's important to understand VMware's software-defined data center and how it can help your business. We can take your CPU and memory and create a single resource pool for all compute resources. We can also create a logical representation of your network and disk. This allows you to set policy and maintain performance as well as security within these logical resource pools. With management, we give you greater ability to see resource pools as well as know when you need to scale up, if necessary, or scale down. Last, we give you the flexibility to run your workloads in the cloud on-premise or off, depending on your business needs. In summary, these are the products that help you transform a hardware-defined data center services into software-defined services. The result, IT made easy and efficient. So how do we get there? As we said before, we don't expect our customers to start over. We take a phased approach that allows you to plan, build, and simplify IT over a single or multiple budget cycle. It starts with phase 1, server virtualization. This phase allows you to reduce physical hardware. Right now, your servers may run at just 10 to 15% utilization. We can drive this as high as 80% utilization. Run a lot more apps on a lot less hardware when you complete phase 1. Phase 2 is about business critical applications. Organizations typically move those after they have become more familiar and more comfortable with running VMware. Most organizations aren't able to move to 100% virtualization within the first phase, but we do find that our mid-sized business customers can complete this phase very quickly. Phase 3 is disaster recovery. Studies show that if you're down for 2 weeks or more, there is a 93% chance the business will never recover. So many of our customers virtualize with VMware in order to implement a proactive DR strategy. Our DR solution allows you to deliver acceptable recovery time objectives as well as routine testing to prove out a successful recovery plan. End-user computing or virtual desktop is in phase 4. Being able to deliver end-user productivity applications to any device, anywhere, and at any time is accomplished at this phase. We find that virtual desktop can be the most exciting product, but having a clear strategy and previous experience with phases 1 and 2 are what proved to be a recipe for a successful implementation at this phase. Adding in policy-based automation and leveraging VMware's cloud providers for public cloud services round out the journey for our customers. So in summary, this is the blueprint for VMware solution success. All right, control points and packaging. Our most successful customers not only have highly efficient infrastructures, but they also have great level of control in their environments. These are the most common control points we discuss with our customers. A quick review of these control points. First, policy-based automation refers to how VMware delivers CPU, memory, disk, and network to workloads on demand. Next, for IT security, most of our customers lock down the physical perimeter of their network. We give you the ability to logically separate networks while running on the same hardware as well as retain network policy even if you choose to move those workloads off-premise. Our disaster recovery control point allows customers to meet recovery time objectives with an automated runbook as well as test this DR plan even during business hours. Last, as we stated earlier, it's not just where you run your IT, but it's how and how it's managed. We provide the current and future health of applications as well as do capacity modeling. By capacity modeling, we can intelligently provide sizing on how much virtual memory a single VM needs to when you'll need that next ESX host. VMware can also patch physical and virtual Windows workloads as well as third-party applications. So we'll review your VMware training options as well as best licensing options for your business. So let's dive into the technology. Okay, this is probably our most important technology slide. We start with policy-based automation. PBA within your infrastructure not only increases efficiency, but it simplifies IT. With policy-based automation for your workloads, we can consolidate CPU and memory into one managed resource pool. Leveraging technologies like vMotion and DRS, we can do live migrations as well as load balancing workloads across your resource pool. Shown here, vMotion enables the live migration of running virtual machines from one physical server to another with zero downtime. DRS leverages vMotion by continuously load balancing compute resources to deliver performance, scalability, and availability not possible with a physical infrastructure. In short, DRS load balances your workloads across your vSphere cluster. We leverage vMotion technology for planned downtime, so you don't have to bring down applications for host maintenance. For unplanned downtime in case of host failure, we leverage HA or high availability. If a vSphere host goes offline, the workloads running on that host will restart on another available vSphere host. With a single managed resource pool, you can easily add workloads, and they are intelligently placed based on their need and compute resource availability. When adding a new vSphere host, your resource pool is easily scalable with auto-deploy and host profiles. This automation shows how we clone the configuration of a vSphere host in your cluster so you can easily deploy a fourth host. When we look at current or legacy network and security architectures, they can be costly, complex, and not very flexible. VMware gives you the ability to create a logical representation of your network, which can simplify network management. Instead of manually configuring your network, vSphere and the virtual distributed switch centralizes network provisioning, administration, and monitoring. In short, VDS simplifies and consolidates virtual switching. We also allow you to set network and security policies per workload. And workloads will retain those policies regardless of where they are moved or deployed next. On the storage side, we allow you to dramatically simplify storage administration. With Storage vMotion, we can move large and multiple workloads from disk to disk. We can also automate the movement of VMs from disk to disk with Storage DRS. Storage DRS provides intelligent virtual machine placement and load balancing across shared storage based on storage I/O and space utilization. We also allow you to do thin provisioning of VM disks, which, when combined with Storage vMotion capabilities, can save you disk space and keep your storage administrator happy. So back on the networking and security side, once you have consolidated all your application on as little hardware as possible, we allow you to logically separate applications and their data across resource pools and network using vCloud network and security solutions. This allows you to take full advantage of the efficiencies of virtualization while remaining compliant and secure. All right, switching gears to disaster recovery. Most of the companies we talk to would like to implement a DR solution, but typical response we receive is it costs too much or it's too complex to deliver. Also, if our customers do have a DR plan, they only cover a small percentage of their mission-critical applications. With Site Recovery Manager, we can ensure fast and reliable recovery with automated DR failovers, failbacks, non-disruptive testing, planned migrations, and affordable 100% application coverage. So how do we do this? First, we start by replicating the data or VMs to your DR target. We support third-party SAN-based replication, or we leverage our own VM-to-VM copy with vSphere replication. In case of a disaster, you lose your primary site. SRM simplifies your recovery plan by automating many of the traditional recovery steps, by automating the failover process, and it eliminates the risk of any manual processes breaking down. So ultimately, by automating the failover process, it allows you to hit recovery time objective goals. We also offer bidirectional support so you can run production applications in each site or even multiple sites. We allow you to leverage the dollars you spend for DR IT resources and not sitting passively waiting for a disaster to occur. SRM also offers non-disruptive testing. Failover testing can be performed as frequently as required and is non-disruptive to production systems. Organizations are able to quickly identify any problems with recovery plans to enable fast resolution. We can even provide a report that proves a successful DR test. In summary, SRM has seen tremendous momentum since its introduction in 2008. More than 1 million virtual machines are protected with SRM at over 6,000 customers, with our customer base growing at over 50% annually. So let's talk about an easier way to manage all these resources. The problem most SMBs face is they can't find all the information they need to troubleshoot. If they have tools in place, they use multiple tools, dashboards to monitor and manage. And most IT dashboards are confusing and complex or overly simple, saying, hey, something's wrong, It doesn't tell us what caused it, or if it will happen again, or how bad the problem really is. Or we can't easily see what changed and why the performance of an application has bottomed out. A dashboard is only as good as the ability to bubble up the info to you. So you have to drive your IT environment properly while letting you drill down into the data. vCenter Operations takes millions of metrics, crunches them, correlates them, and bubbles them up. The most important stuff into 3 key metrics or badges. The first badge is major health. This badge on the left is up to the minute look at what's happening right now from the overall environment to an individual VM. We also have minor badges under this that measure workload anomalies and faults. We combine these minor badges that make up the major badge above, the major health badge. The second badge is the major badge of risk. This is what's been happening and what might lead to trouble tomorrow, or in a month, or in a year from now. The minor badges here are time remaining, capacity remaining, and stress. And again, these minor badges bubble up to the major badge score. The last major badge is efficiency, and it tells you how well we are using in what we've got. Because the cloud isn't just about agility, it's also about saving money. So minor badges here are reclaimable waste. So in summary, vCenter Operations Management Suite allows you to proactively ensure virtual infrastructure performance of your business critical application, optimize resource utilization, and provide continuous compliance with regulatory requirements. And we do all that through one easy to use dashboard seen here. Okay, our last piece of technology to cover is critical application management. We can address host and application security. Most of our customers today have a mix of Windows physical and virtual machines. They also run multiple third-party applications like internet browsers and browser-based plugins, obviously. Most of the Microsoft products like Windows OS, MS Office, and IE Explorer can automatically be patched using Windows Automatic Update. However, third-party applications such as Flash, Firefox, Chrome, Java, etc. have been haven't been as great of a priority. Some will even depend on third-party apps to be patched manually by end users. So, one feature of vCenter Protect is patch management. vCenter Protect can patch Windows physical and virtual machines, even offline VMs, but also third-party applications from a central point. IE, Firefox, Chrome, Adobe, Java, and other over a dozen more popular third-party applications are all covered. Protect can also cover you for antivirus, malware protection, physical and virtual asset inventory, and even power management. So turning the page from our core technology, let's talk about how we can make this happen. The reason IT projects fail is companies invest in IT solutions, but not the people responsible for working with them every day. The key for a successful return on investment is definitely education. We have a 4-step process from the install and configure and manage class, which is your VCP 5 certification, to even a VCP Cloud certification in step 4. Note, we provide these classes in and around all major cities worldwide, but you can also take the class online. All courses and schedules can be found online at VMware.com. We recommend at least one VCP on staff, but just like redundant hard drives, having 2 VCPs is a best practice. So what are your VMware licensing options? First, we have vCloud Suite. vCloud Suite delivers a complete integrated cloud infrastructure suite that simplifies IT operations while delivering the best SLAs for all applications. The vCloud Suite includes the entire set of cloud infrastructure capabilities, virtualization, advanced software networking services, disaster recovery, application management, and operations management. You get all of this in one SKU. License all physical CPUs with vCloud Suite Edition, and it covers all VMs running on those physical hosts with the above features. This is definitely the biggest bang for your buck suite we have to offer. So our last piece on licensing, here are our vSphere licensing suites along with acceleration kits. First thing to understand, vSphere is the licensing suite that not only includes ESXi, our hypervisor, but also the advanced features such as vMotion, HA, DRS, and storage vMotion. With vSphere, all you have to do is license each physical CPU, and you can then stack as many VMs on a host until it exhausts the physical CPU memory on that server. Our most successful customers see around 15 to 25 VMs on a single 2 CPU server. Also, vCenter Management Server is your centralized management of virtualized hosts and virtual machines from a single console. It gives administrators the visibility into the configuration of all the critical components of a virtual infrastructure, all from one place. This is not line itemized here, but vCenter Server comes with all of our acceleration kits. Acceleration kits are bundles of vSphere licenses with vCenter Management Server at a volume price. All of our acceleration kits come with 6 CPUs and a vCenter standard license. You can always purchase vSphere and vCenter a la carte, but the acceleration kits are great starting bundles. When you purchase vCloud Suite or vSphere licenses, you have the option for 1 and 3 year support. By purchasing 3 years up front, you receive a discount off your normal 1-year annual support and subscription rate. Buying 3 years support up front is your best value, and you won't have to renew for another 3 years. Another way to buy with value is VMware's volume purchase program. Any purchases you make over a 2-year spend can count towards our VPP program. Discounts range from 4 to 12% and start when you reach around $25,000 in spending. You can easily register online and keep track of all your purchases. Make sure you use your VPP account number with each purchase. Last, the 2 most popular promotions we have today, but not the only promotions. The first one is the vCloud Suites upgrade promo. This is if you have vSphere Enterprise or Enterprise Plus today, you can take advantage of vCloud Suite upgrade promo. Discounts over 30% are available through December 15, 2012. So if you have vSphere Enterprise or Enterprise Plus, there are promos to upgrade to the vCloud Suite. Second is the vSphere Standard with Operations Management upgrade promo. This is a new kit that we have put together. If you have vSphere Essentials, Essentials Plus, or vSphere Standard today, you can upgrade to our new vSphere Standard with Operations Management license or bundle. Discounts here are also around 30% and are good through December 15, 2012. So thank you for taking the time to listen to our SMB solution overview. We look forward to helping you become more efficient and simplify IT.